Trent McCarthy with the Fun Robotics Network, and today we're here with Team 340 at the Finger Lakes Regional. 340's robot is amazing this year. It features an over-the-bumper intake that passively deploys their hopper, their indexing system they call the spindexer, an Uptake, their double shooter, and their awesome level 3 climb. 340 has some awesome software features like their pathfinding system that they made, as well as shoot on the move. We're going to be talking about that up next on the Fun Robotics Network. First up, we have Jack talking about the back of the robot.
Hi, so the back of our robot consists of the intake, hopper, and spindexer. Our intake has a 50-to-1 gear ratio for the pivot and a 3-to-1 gear ratio for the rollers. The intake pushes out the robot with the front face of this curve here on this rod right here. You can see a little bit of the lines where it's constantly hitting. That's because we use it so much that it just wears a path and scratches it. Our rollers have a lot of pinch against the bottom roller here and our bumpers, so we can get a nice spring out of the balls and it launches into the robot. Another part of it launching into the robot more is our gear ratio. We have a high speed, low torque gear ratio because we wanted the balls to go into the robot more versus just gathering here in this part of the robot. The intake helps push the robot back, push the hopper back with these two standoffs and the constant force springs on both sides. On top of that, the spindexer has these wheels here to help agitate the balls that are up here, because we found that a lot of them were just dead zone and they were just getting clogged up in this area and this area here. So we added this guy to kind of agitate them more. And we found the star wheels, the 3-inch compliant and 2-inch compliant wheels, help the balls fall into the spindexer floor more. So that way they can have they can contain more balls, and so they're not all like jamming in at the last second to get fed into the uptake.
All right, awesome. Could you guys take me through how you choose your roller ratio?
So we chose the roller ratio because we at first we had a high torque, low speed gear ratio, but the balls were just gathering here, and they were just getting stuck and jamming. And what always helped solve that was a jitter function that we had when we shoot. It helps put them back more, and also a higher gear ratio with a low torque helps put them into the hopper mode.
Before we get to our next segment, we'd like to thank the following. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interest, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first. Osh Cut is the premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, 3D tube laser cutting, and with nearly 500 variations of metal in stock and ready to cut. Just upload a file and claim your 50% off discount when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT.
All right, next up we have Ariel talking about our Uptake and shooter.
So with our Uptake, our main part is these polycarb tubing with silicone covers on them. On each tubing end, we have these 3D printed pulley and plug designs that allow us to connect them through 45 tooth belts. And then our frontmost roller connects a X60 Kraken to it with a 125 tooth belt. And on the back, we have these Delrin rods that allow a lightweight backing plate and provides compression. And then with our shooter, we have these brass flywheels at the bottom that put kinetic energy into each piece to keep it moving up through the uptake. And then we have an adjustable shooter hood.
Thank you, Ariel. Next up, we're going to go to Ashley with our climber and design process.
All right, for our climber, we decided with the lead screw system because it was both compact and lighter than, say, an elevator. Our tubing is, it's 2x3 tubing, and the back of it was pocketed on our Haas, while the front was manually machined on our Bridgeport. Down here, we have a servo from our sponsor, Rev, and on it is connected, there's two cams connected with a guide that comes down, and it kind of rides up the pole. But when that comes down, it brings out these passive hooks. which are used to grab onto the climber when we climb to L3. And on each of these hooks, we have a fin, which is we're able to take on and off, and we decided to do it that way. That way, if we needed to iterate or change the geometry at all to go around the pulleys in the back, it'd be really easy to do so. Up here is our top climbers, and they're spring-loaded with castration bands. And there's a cam on the bottom of it made of TPU, which keeps them in a back position, but when they move up, they pop out and hook onto the hook. And then, do you want to show the L3? And that's our climber design. We're gonna move on to the design of the robot as a whole. Each subsystem was designed based on another one, and so to fit around each other. The shooters, for example, were we decided on our twin shooters to fit the climber in the middle because we knew we wanted the climber to be in the middle to keep it balanced when we climb. So we decided to put our twin shooters on each side of it, which also. And on each shooter, something we did differently this year from past years, instead of making one large plate for our shooter and uptake, we decided with multiple smaller plates. That way, if we needed to iterate or change our design, it would be really easy to just swap out and do that. Which then brings us to our spindexer on the bottom. We've iterated with many different designs. We've tried belts, we've tried pulleys, we've tried rollers, and we weren't satisfied with any of them, but when we came across this design, we really liked it because it brought the balls to each side of our uptake, and we didn't have a ball to go. We didn't need a ball. We didn't have a need for the balls to go towards the middle anyways, and that kind of just kept them to each side of the robot, and that was really nice. And yeah.
All right, awesome. Could you take me a little bit through your intake iteration process as well?
Yeah, so the intake iteration process, we've been through a lot of them. We first wanted a 4-bar intake, but it didn't really work out for us. So we've been playing with designs all season basically until right up before this competition, until we found this one design that worked out really well, and it's just a slap down intake. And yeah.
All right, thank you, Ashley. Next up, we're gonna go to Caleb to talk about software.
So for our software this year, we kind of have our basic stuff, but this year we actually got a new camera, a Luma camera, which works pretty well, and we are grateful to have our sponsors take care of that for us. And we found that the one camera worked pretty great for our vision and finding our location on the field using April tags, and we use that for our shooting, and it also allows us to do shoot on the move so that we can have a kind of more dynamic strategy. We also, to have our dynamic strategy, have a new kind of iterative, custom-built auto solver. So in our field, we have our robot, and it is using the April tags, and it also has a custom solver that we built so that we can it can find its path automatically. So if we play, it's kind of going to its next target position, and it navigates around obstacles. So there, it's navigating over here, it finds it has to go here and then come over. And that allows us to do the autos really easily while also making them adaptive to any kind of bumps or pickups and not be on a time schedule.
Thank you to Team 340 for allowing me the time to interview them today. We wish them the best of luck at the Finger Lake competition.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell to stay up to date on future fun videos. Osh Cut is the premier metal cutting service for first teams. No minimum order, options for same-day turnaround, 3D tube laser cutting, and with nearly 500 variations of metal in stock and ready to cut. Just upload a file and claim your 50% off discount when you scan the QR code or go to funroboticsnetwork.com/OSHCUT. True competitors know that every second counts. That's why Kettering University challenges you to dive in right away as a first-year student. Participating in robotics programs helps Kettering students secure a valuable co-op. Whatever your interests, Kettering gives you more space to work faster and win faster. Learn more at kettering.edu/first.